Hey guys, welcome to Tuko Bites. I'm Chef Rachel, and today we'll be making silver simprenid, aka Omena. So let me take you through the ingredients, and if you are new to this channel, remember to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. So let's get started. So with my ingredients, I have silver simprenid here, Omena. I have onion, I have a tomato, curry powder, tomato paste, mixed spices, and I have nutmeg, garlic that I've already crushed. So we are going to start by adding some hot water into our silver simprenid. The hot water helps the silver simprenid to be soft, and of course as we clean the scales and all the other dirt to come out of the silver simprenid, the small fish, let me say that for you to understand. We let them soak for about 5 minutes as we prepare the tomatoes and the onions, and by the time we wash them, they'll be soft. The scales will have loosened up, and then I'll show you how you're going to wash them, and then we cook. So I'll start by chopping my onion. So the onions, I'm going to cut them into thin juliennes. So like this. And then I'll put them aside. And then I'm going to cut my tomato as well into thin slices, because I want them to cook faster and I don't want them to cook for a long time and they mash the silver simprenid. So I'm going to cut them into thin slices, as thin as I can, so that they can cook a bit faster. You know, when you cut something so thin, the surface area reduces and they tend to cook faster. That's just a theory I learned in school, so I hope it works here. They're perfect here. They're small, the way I wanted. So I guess the surface area has increased, yeah? So they're going to cook for a short period of time. So we're going to move on into washing the silver simprenid. The water is a bit hot, so I'm going to mix it with some cold water so that I don't get burned. And then I'll start washing them, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. So the water is not very hot, but just hot, manageable. So make sure you don't burn yourself. So as you wash them, you make sure you massage them a little for the scales to come out and the other dirt. So just take your time, don't be in a hurry. For you to make something really good and delicious, take your time in washing them until you feel, you're satisfied. So I will start by adding the silver simprenid into the oil, because I want them to fry a little bit. So we just give them a few minutes until the water dries out, just a little. And then at the same time, we can still season a little bit, but personally I don't want to do that. I like seasoning my food at the end of it all, after I've added all my spices and all the ingredients, but still it's okay to season right now so that the salt can infuse nicely with the silver simprenid. It's still okay, but just a little so that you don't overdo it. So we're going to wait, give it a few minutes, and then we are going to add in the next ingredient. So the water has dried, so it's just oil remaining. Now from here, we are going to add in the onions. So with your onions, make sure you use enough onions to reduce that scent of the silver simprenid, that strong scent of omenas. So the onion actually reduces that strong smell. So you keep on stirring, don't move away from your silver simprenid. Now I'm going to add in the garlic. So with my garlic, I had added in some little bit of water, like a tablespoon. So when the water reduces, or when you add in the water, as it cooks, it infuses very well with the silver simprenid. So because of the water that I had kept in the garlic, I'm going to leave it to cook for about a minute. Meanwhile, I'm going to be mixing my spices, because I want to put all of them at once. So what I normally do, I take this. Here I have mixed spices. Then from that, I'm going to add in a little bit of nutmeg. So nutmeg is a good spices, it has so many benefits, and I am using it here in the silver cyprinid to reduce that strong aroma or the smell of omena, the smell of silver cyprinid. I hope you understand that. That's why I'm just using a little bit, don't put a lot. And then here I have my curry powder as well, so I'm also going to use just a little, and my tomato paste. And by the way, this video is not sponsored by these people, so I just like it. You can use any tomato paste you have at hand, so not necessarily this one. So as you can see, my onions are ready, the garlic has cooked well. Now before I add in my spices that I've mixed together, I'm going to add in the tomatoes. Now that I've added in the tomatoes, I'm going to add in all my spices, and because I want them to have a humble time to cook so that everything can incorporate nicely with the silver cyprinid, the spices I mean, I'm going to add a little bit of tomato paste, just a little, to make my stew a bit thicker and red. And then I'm going to let it cook for about 3 minutes until the tomatoes are ready and the water from the tomatoes have reduced, and then I'll show you what next. So guys, as you can see, my silver cyprinid is ready, and I've decided to serve mine with ugali. I've tasted, it's delicious, it's just too sweet. So make sure you try out this recipe and share some photos with us, and don't forget to like and leave a comment and subscribe to our channel. I'll see you next time. Bye.